What's up, guys? My name is Kingston. Today we have another Napoleon Total War 3 battle. Surprise, surprise. With my favorite general of all time, General Suckit. No, I'm just kidding. It's Touche. I know. Thank you for the corrections in the comments last time. Today we have a 4v4 on, I believe, a Spanish map with, obviously, we have Souche. I'm never going to ever unhear Suckit. We have Soult, of course. I believe we have Kellerman and Sebastani. Sebastani? I don't know, something like that. Almost looks like Sebastian. And of course, you have to have enemies of France in order to have a classic battle. And like I said, this is going to be a classic battle. You have the Peninsular Coalition, Garcia, Antonio, maybe. We have, of course, I believe we have Portugal. Portugal and Spain being a traditional William Beresford. So maybe this is like Poland, Portugal, and maybe some English troops as well. And then you have Francisco. So I've not seen this map before, guys. So this is going to be very interesting. As you can see, a lot of fog. Today's weather is going to be partly cloudy with a small chance of bullets and lead and heavy smoke in the air. And this map, I believe, is from the newest update, guys, and look at all the points spread everywhere. I like it. It's going to kind of force this battle, although most of the points are along this road, it would appear, so no one's really going for it yet. Sebastani, that's all I'm just going to say. You guys know. Even if it's wrong, I know. I know. You can correct me in the comments, just like normal. He is marching down this road, going to this 4-pointer, and then maybe he will march up, take this 2-pointer, and they're probably not going to make it any further. There's a house over here, a 3-pointer, that they're probably not going to take. Soult is marching up this road, making a lot of progress here. General Suckit right behind him, I believe. And, no, actually, Souche is marching through this village, and going to be meeting up with Sebastani. I don't know. Soult is exploring, though, with some chasseurs cheval, some dragoons. The guard almost looks like guard carpet. I know it's not, but, you know, just missing an R. Souche is sending his hussars and lancers, as well as Soult sending, let's see here, we got some hussars, some dragoons. We are seeing our first enemy, barely. I think they were in this forest right here. And of course, you want to make sure your calves in front to stop them if they try making a mad dash. Although they do have a lot of their infantry. Sebastani has a lot of his infantry guarding his artillery, making sure this is the kind of the formation you want. Having your artillery on one side, your infantry kind of making sure they can guard against a cavalry charge here. Using also the artillery on the road for Kellerman. And looks like Kellerman is going to be following the same. Now, I like how the cav is out here. They are trying to skirt the defenses. They're going to catch anyone that's trying to charge this line. We are starting to see a little bit of Spanish infantry taking this 3-pointer. This is a really decent line infantry. So, very interesting. Look at that. The sun's peeking over. It kind of is an odd weather, isn't it? It's like a little bit cloudy, but looks like it's like early morning. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Now we're starting to see some more cavalry, and I know one thing for certain. Spain is going to have to work very hard, as their cav is not going to be doing as well in a pitched battle. They have to maneuver a lot if they want to win this. Oh, I see the Spanish cav charge again, maybe trying to go for some skirmishers here. They are not. Theirs is probably a guerrilla cav. They're going to get hit immediately by some line infantry and get broken. And then finished off by more cav. They did take out a couple units of this line infantry. Maybe got some friendly fire. I like how it's like, you know, we're marching out. Ooh, that may actually kill more French cav than anything else. So the French are maybe getting a little too ambitious here, and they're going to lose some of their own units. This is kind of where the battle is going to start kicking off. I like how the chasseurs cheval trying to go way up here, trying to explore, seeing some more line infantry from Spain. And it looks like Spain is going to try to hold, maybe waiting for the reinforcements to show up. Yeah, there's more infantry. So these Chasseurs Cheval definitely know that they're Spanish. It's like the Spanish are trying to defend. It's like a typical, French advance scouting out the area, then Spain sitting here defending. Far side, we have Portugal, and Portugal is going to be more of a problem when it comes to infantry. They have a lot more good infantry compared to Spain, which just brings the masses. So these Chasseurs Cheval are trying to maybe just scout their, outnumbered. Gonna send, be really cool. A really cool perk of this game is seeing little orderlies that would run back and forth. They would need that. In reality, this cav unit would have to send an orderly all the way over here to report, the position, and then ride back to give orders. Now, it may be too confusing for a video game, but think about if there was guerrillas here and they, boop, nabbed the orderly and they made sure they didn't make it. That would kind of force your units to be a little closer. You have like little horsemen riding around between like groups of units, being like, here's your orders, and then ride back to the general, get his orders, then go back, Yeah, it may be too realistic. That's like a hardcore NTW3 hardcore mode, where it's like this unit can't really, like, obviously if they get attacked, you can order them to attack or retreat because, that's what they would actually do. But when it comes to like general
this building has fallen to the enemy.
Plans of battle, you have to have an orderly. Oh, excuse me. Need to drink some more coffee, clear my throat. Just these cav right here wouldn't really have any orders unless an orderly came up to them. But enough about me rambling about cool stuff that's so realistic that it would maybe be ridiculous. We have Kellerman, I think, pushing up with his cav. Wow. I mean, he probably is going to be pretty safe right here. And look how beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is morning, guys. It has to be morning. This just looks like a morning. You have the birds singing. Oh, we have some cav now chasing off some Chasseurs Cheval. But of course we got some reinforcements now. The general was able to be like, you go off and defend. And yeah, they ran for a little bit. No one really, and in fact, maybe they're going to now be like, you know what? We have reinforcements. So now it is us that are going to be in the offensive, and Portugal is going to be running. Oh, now we're starting to see more Spanish troops here. No artillery has really gotten in position. We have Don Griego Garcia de Cuesta, I don't know. And I'm from a place where they speak a lot of Spanish, so you think I would know. Here we go, more cav now forming up. Let's get a pan out here as I hear cav charging in. It looks like Spain is going to get surrounded here. Maybe they need to move their infantry up that can form square. They are definitely going to lose a cav unit. And that's a decent cav unit for Spain. France is overall just going to now attack here. Swinging around the flank to be hitting this army in the side. These skirmishers have been caught out. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, guys. It's fighting a cold here. Maybe it's the Rona. Who knows? Cav now going in to kind of countercharge these Hussars. France is definitely going to use that to their advantage as their cav now can hit this whole line here. These guys cannot form square. Okay, there's a couple that can. France has to be very careful because they could lose a lot of cav. As you can see, Portugal now stringing their cav along this whole line. France is outnumbered. That is not what you want to see. But here we go. More French cavalry attacking some dragoons from Spain. And these Spanish dragoons are kind of caught out. But there's a line infantry. The A are going to start pouring in the volleys, really hurting this cav. As you can see, they're starting to scare off all the French cav. They lost a decent amount to those French volleys. And I think the only thing that Spain really lost was some dragoons. All in all, not a bad thing. As you can see, the skirmishers are still here. And they can maybe sneak up here and fire volleys. They're scaring off the French cavalry now. Still, France is standing their ground. I like this. They're not backing down. Neither is the Spanish coalition. They instead are piling in more. And I believe there's probably some infantry marching right here on this foggy, cloudy day. I mean, look at this. There's just, it is overcast. Like, you expected, like, there'd be tons of dew on the ground. The one thing that would be awesome about making another Napoleon game is the graphics would probably be gorgeous. Although my computer probably couldn't run them. I can't even run a 1212 AD battle until I upgrade my computer again. But here comes the French army. They know where the Spanish are. General Suchet is going to march down this road, and his orders from Napoleon are to engage any French resistance. And well, this is not just French resistance. This is a bloody French army. Yeah. So, their flank here could be pushed by the Portuguese. You can see, you're starting to see some infantry showing up here. They may have to form up around this mountain. Now, if I'm not mistaken, kind of zooming in a little bit to see the terrain, this is in favor of the Spanish. This terrain, it's a downward slope. They have a grove here. And I promise I'm going to zoom out so you can see everything more clearly. The Spanish have a slight slope advantage here. They have the slight slope advantage. The French are going to be fighting on a slight slope advantage against them. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Skirmishers now starting to engage. We have the Voltigeurs advancing, pouring in some volleys. The line infantry maybe is going to fall back a little bit and let the light companies fire some volleys. Now the light company for France is going to be a little better off. We have like a long stretched line of Spanish light infantry, but they're being backed up by some really good French, at least the French elite, oh my gosh, I mixed up once again. The Spanish Legion is going to fall up. I would follow up some cav here for Spain, maybe take out these Voltigeurs. Like I said, they are going to do way better than the Spanish lights. In fact, these guys are in such a long line, they're going to get focused down very easily. The one thing to remember, guys, if you're doing light skirmish formation, it is going to tire out your men very easily. We have some light infantry now advancing from Soult. Gonna try to, fix this battle, force the Spanish to form up. And now we got artillery moving up as well, as this battle is starting to get in motion. All the Voltigeurs moving up, maybe gonna start skirmishing the line infantry. We have some artillery from Spain as well formed up. Excellent position. I don't see any cavalry guarding it. So maybe I think the Hussars maybe are gonna go in for a cav charge, take out this artillery piece, although I think maybe some cavs can move over to defend that artillery piece. But here we go. Some lights are going to get charged by some Hussars here. Excellent use of the Hussars, battering these skirmishers, getting rid of them. You have to be so careful with your skirmishers if you don't want them to get lost. And you can see they barely lost a man. I like this play. Soult is sending some men maybe to go for a long play here, going around the road, taking this, and then maybe swinging in behind the Spanish. Now the Spanish are starting to form up. They are forming up a square because there was cav. And more infantry now forming up. This is a problem, though. Soult has some strong infantry pushing on this side. I don't see Spain having a whole lot to really fight them. Over here, it looks like France is going to be squaring up against Portugal. More Spanish units coming over here, so Kellerman's going to have to be careful that he doesn't get a huge flank by Spanish infantry. And I've never seen a Spanish-Portuguese army win against France. So I'm very hopeful they can do it here. Very hopeful. And actually, I have to do this every time. You got to switch the sound so it gets the better sound and you actually hear everything. Artillery now. Oh, I hear cav. We got some... Some chasseurs getting charged by the Portuguese, and this is going to be an instant break for the French. So they're holding their own on that side. Now artillery firing. Oh man, I love this. We have a lot of lights just in the front lines. It's going to force the Spanish to have to fight here, as they're going to get shot to pieces very quickly. Artillery forming up, fixing to shoot.
Sir, our general is under attack.
You're not. So I think already on both sides artillery has formed up. You got the French and Spanish artillery forming up, getting ready to shoot. Oh, got some howitzers blasting away at the Spanish position. And here is the line battle. I hope that they have reserves. Like I said, with the Spanish, you need to have reserves in the back lines for your morale to work. Over here, it looks like the Portuguese are going to keep advancing, but their cav's going to square up. Spain needs to move their infantry down and back up this cav battle, hopefully, As looks like we got some infantry from Portugal. Maybe gonna get overextended here. We got Kellerman pushing up here. Here's the rest of the Portuguese army, though. They're kind of pushing on this French flank, trying to maybe push in, flank them. If they can push along this whole side, it will force the French to not be able to overextend. The French are going for a play here. They're going to definitely charge in with General Suchet, but the problem is it looks like they may be getting charged in the back lines. Hopefully these guys are in a formed square here. We got some Cuirassiers, an excellent cav unit to maybe push on the flank of Spain here, and this will be huge as they're also sending in some light infantry, and now they're forming square, but with some infantry to back it up, this is going to be a disaster. They need to send in some cav to maybe back this up. They got some line infantry firing in the backs of these French as they are trying to take this house, and this is where France is going to push, using this house as kind of a point maybe to drive a wedge in between the two French lines. Over here we also have a cav engagement. France did a cav charge as well as Spain, and it looks like France is going to maybe win this. We got a general way over here, but I don't think that the Spanish are going to be able to hold. Their cav, unfortunately, not doing well. Now they do have some infantry who are going to be able to form square,
Our men are running, sir.
destroy some French cav, but this side is looking very good for the French right now. Over here, Kellerman probably is going to use this forest to pivot around. This is looking also very decisive for the French. They are starting to break a lot of Spanish units. They did lose their infantry and maybe their cav. Here we go. We got some more cavalry now going for some skirmishers. Maybe some hussars trying to defend those skirmishers, but they are definitely going to break at least one Voltigeur unit before they... Oh my goodness. They're going to break two of them, possibly. Excellent use of using the distraction over here by the house to break the skirmishers that were doing so much damage. And now some friendly cav is maybe going to kill some Voltigeurs trying to hit this... Oh my goodness, this Spanish cav unit is breaking so many French right now, and these hussars can't really handle it. Over here, France is pushing hard for this gap in the lines, maybe going for some artillery and a general, but some more Portuguese cav is going to charge and maybe try to break these dragoons. This is a lot of French cav for one Portuguese cav to take on. Spain is going to continue to advance. Portugal is going to maybe try to fall back and defend their guns here. But Spain has this flank. It is very obvious, has the flank. Now, this is a problem. Spain has pushed back on France, and now France maybe is losing a little bit of infantry. They've lost a lot of their skirmishers, lost some cav. And actually, Spain is doing an excellent job of holding in this line battle. I'm very surprised. I mean, they're probably going to start losing pretty soon here. France has also pushed out by this building, so Spain's having to move to reform to watch this flank, but they're also pushing through the trees. This is going to be a problem for France. They need to be able to hold on this side. Portugal is kind of holding, making sure that France can't swing around and attack this flank. Over here, it kind of looks like France may finally be getting taken out. They did take out the Portuguese guns, but all this cav and Kellerman himself is going to get surrounded and killed, pushing out a little bit too much. An excellent blow by the Portuguese. They are going to break all of this French cav. They pushed a little bit too far here. And finally, they have been stopped after they took out some guns from the Portuguese. And now, Kellerman has to fight with no general. And they're going to be outnumbered. Portugal now able to push up. And Spain also pushing up. This is going to be a problem. I would be kind of worried as France and Portuguese are feeling good. I would actually have some cav moving up right here. This is an excellent place to push. We got some more artillery over here. More Portuguese artillery. Over here, the Spanish are holding, but they are going to start breaking. They do have some infantry now who are going to back up the back lines. Over here, this fight is raging. The Spanish are trying to hold. The French are rushing in with some decent infantry. But the Spanish have some good infantry too. Look at this. They have guys shooting down in the courtyard. And actually turning around and shooting point blank at these French units. This is not going to go well for the French on this side. They don't have enough units. They do have all this infantry pushing up here, which of course the Spanish know about. Over here, the French are holding well in a battle against Soult. Over here, the fight is kind of tapered off. This is kind of not going to be the place. Oh my goodness. Both sides kind of really hurting each other. The Portuguese kind of have their side turn, which is why they're starting to be shaken. You want them to be in a line battle. They probably order them to fire at one of these units. And the Portuguese are going to fall back. Here we go, though. I am really excited to see this flank. The Spanish have a lot of infantry, a whole army pushing up on this side, and France is going to have to try to hold without a general. That's why also Sebastiani is going to push over, maybe to help support Kellerman. Here we go, guys. This is what I thought would happen. We got some cavalry who is probably going to go for, oh no, artillery focusing them down. They are wavering before they've even gotten close. And where are they going to go? They are probably going to go for the guns. That's what I would do right now. They need to take these guns if they are going to win this Portuguese fight. And here we go, guys. It is all or nothing for the Port. Oh no. Oh, they didn't make it. They did not. They really needed to take out those guns. Still a line battle, and I believe the Spanish still have this building. They are holding well, but some artillery now from Soult in a very excellent position to knock out some really good Spanish infantry and maybe cause a debuff on the morale of this line battle. The Spanish have held back the French over here, and now Soult is going to probably swing around here, which means these French units these Spanish units are not going to be able to move up and push on the flank of Soult. They're going to have to meet this battle over there. Spain over here can really do some work, though. These Portuguese maybe want to push down a little bit more so that it's difficult for this artillery to push on them. Oh, here we go. More cavalry going in. We got some line infantry who are going to... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Those poor Portuguese. They need to go in now. They need to go in now, otherwise it's going to be over for them. Here we go, guys. Another cavalry charge. And the Portuguese are probably going to get routed again, but they are, yeah, they're not going to take out the artillery. They've tried twice now. They have a third attempt here. They need to take out those guns if they want to win this line battle over here. Although the French are starting to have some problems. Their line infantry are being shot to pieces. Over here, Spain is starting to have problems because of Soult's well-placed artillery sitting right here. Going to start focusing down the line, probably go for this line infantry as well. And Spain is going to have some problems here. They maybe need to push on this side, swing around this building. That is a weak point for Soult. Oh, here, actually, the Spanish having some problems here with some of their infantry. They are pushing over here and doing a bayonet charge with some oh, this is a really good unit. Oh my goodness. They need a general to inspire the units, follow it up with some more infantry, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And now some Kellerman's units are in trouble, as well as Sebastiani's units. This is a problem. Some really good Spanish line infantry are hitting on the side. And in fact, Spain seems to be closed again, going for the throat at this point. Yep, they're going to go in for the throat, doing a bayonet charge along the whole side here. France doesn't have anything. And this is becoming a problem. If they can take out this side, they can swing around the whole flank of France. Now we have some more cav now finally going to destroy this French gun emplacement. They had no cav left. They did lose their cavalry for Portugal, but now they don't have artillery shooting, and now they have artillery way over here, can shoot down, destroy this line. Over here, we've got some cav, some dragoons, I missed it, going in for some Spanish line infantry that cannot form square. That is going to really hurt the Spanish line battle here. I think Soult is going to start winning. Also over here, the battle is extending all the way into the forest now. We do have some Spanish cav, which is going to try taking on these dragoons. These guys can form square. Maybe they should consider doing that. But instead, These dragoons are going to get away. Now the Spanish are maybe going to have to reform a little bit, as this is a problem. Soult and Suchet are advancing on this massive hole. Over here, it is just the opposite, guys. France is losing, and Spain is just cleaning them out. This whole army went up against, well, not even a full French army. Sebastiani is trying to hold all on his own. We do have some Portuguese, maybe going to get a cav charge by some cuirassiers, possibly. The reason that they're probably winning, though, is they have a lot of artillery right here. In fact, Spain over here could probably afford to fall back a lot more and get within shelter of these guns so that it kind of balances back in their favor. Now, here we go. These cuirassiers maybe going in. Oh, no, they routed. We have some line infantry maybe going for a bayonet charge. It's all or nothing, trying to break this flank. Instead, they're going to get shot to pieces and then counter bayonet charged. And this is probably going to go badly for the French, and the French are starting to lose on this side. I like it when one side's winning and one side's losing, because then it just means it's going to be so close.
Our men are running, sir.
The Spanish now are going to have to fall back. The French Soult is just feeling it. He is feeling it, and he is just pushing. The Spanish are really starting to struggle on this side. More cav infantry going in for bayonet charge. This line infantry is probably going to be really hurt, and that's a general line infantry. Here we go, though, going against some guard. No, that's not guard. But the Spanish are actually starting to really get hurt here, and they may have to reform. Over here, France is definitely starting to break. I mean, they have just gotten just totally and utterly surrounded. They did break a lot of Spanish units here, and at this point, that's what they have to do. They have to buy time, kill as many Spanish troops as possible to make it easier for Soult and Suchet to win this. Portuguese doing a bayonet charge along the line, going to cause the Spanish or the French to start breaking. And the Portuguese seem pretty healthy still. This French army has to do as much damage as possible to Soult. Here we go. We got more cav rushing in from Spain. But like I said, Soult has a lot of infantry still. A lot of infantry. So Spain is going to have a lot of problems here. Maybe their guns need to reform here. They are just trying to hold back Soult and Suchet, because Suchet and Soult are just advancing constantly. They are definitely winning on this side. Spain can definitely still win this, though, guys. They have got this still. And we cannot forget that Sebastiani still has some cav, still has some infantry over here, some artillery. They can still do a lot of damage to the Spanish and Portuguese. Yikes. We have some artillery now doing some friendly fire on the Portuguese, but they're going to start maybe advancing over here. As you can see, one side is doing well, the other side not so much. Not so much. If I was the French, I would try going for a long play with some cav and trying to take out some artillery so that your ally has a better chance of winning. But France, I think, is going to try to fall back. Oh, enemy general killed. Wow, maybe some friendly fire getting this Portuguese general, and now they're going to send him in. Maybe try to stop some line infantry from being able to retreat. They need to kill as many of these French infantry as possible, though. Look at this. Here's some chasseurs cheval going against units that cannot form square. They can hit 3 units at once, and they can really hurt this Spanish line. Yikes. They do have a general nearby, but they probably are going to break him. Over here, Spain is falling back. They have still some infantry here, so they can still do some damage to Soult and Suchet if they aren't careful. Now, they are going for artillery, infantry trying to hold them back. And this is going to be a oh my goodness, they are holding over here.
Our men are running.
Holding Suchet. Now there's a general, Garcia. He needs to get out of there. His line infantry trying to hold this French advance, and they are going to swing around. Maybe if they can encircle this small... Oh, this could be huge. They are sending in some reinforcements. Spain may have tricked France into falling back a little bit, or pushing forward a little too much here. But Spain is definitely breaking, but they have reinforcements coming over. So France needs to be very, very careful here. Sending in some more line infantry. Uh-oh. Suchet may be dying here. We have a general who's going to help hold the lines. And over here, Portugal and Spain need to decide what they're going to do. I would run over here and help out their ally at this point. Over here, we got some more infantry doing a bayonet charge, trying to break the French incursion before the rest of the French show up. But we also have some units holding right here. We have some grenadiers. They're going to get surrounded by Soult's army. And this battle is starting to look like the French are starting to take it, but they did lose a lot more units than they probably wanted to at this point. Unfortunately, they could have probably lost less if they had been so aggressive, but you know. Sometimes I have to take the initiative and force the enemy to not be able to reform, because if Spain had been able to reform, it probably would have been worse for them. Now, of course, Portugal and Spain going over to help their ally out. They know they have to defeat this army over here. Spain still has this LOC. Oh, we have a general going for some voltigeurs. Now, I don't know who would win this. But at this point, this artillery is going to probably be surrounded, but more units now getting broken. And Spain only has a couple units over here. Their last stand over here kind of started breaking, but they did take up a lot of Soult's units. And they still hold the house with some grenadiers, or a general. And they are breaking a couple more of Soult's line infantry here. Now, Soult does have plenty more, but, you know, at a certain point, you don't want to throw away all of your infantry at once. So you can see this battlefield is definitely cleared up quite a bit. But it is not over just yet. The Portuguese have not yet begun to fight, as it were. Now, we'll see. I think that the French probably are going to take this. They have way more infantry at this point. And their infantry are very good quality. I mean, but look at how hard fought this battle was. I mean, this was intense. It never gets old, guys. Never gets old. We have some line infantry reforming, some more advancing and falling back at the same time. Probably just trying to ensure that they're not going to lose their formation. Look at all the smoke, all of them running. Look at them run! So, Spain and Portugal, I'm not sure what they're doing. Maybe they're... Oh, okay, so they have artillery over here. Oh, they also have cav going in for the artillery. Their artillery maybe could have stopped something. But unfortunately, it's not going to be, as these guns are going to get pretty easily destroyed here.
We have killed their
And
generals.
I think
Now
Spain's
they
going to
must
take
pray.
this. I mean, France is going to take this, not Spain. The Portuguese are doing an interesting strategy here. They are going for this army right here. There's not a whole lot of them, I granted, but I mean, you know, wouldn't you want to, stay by your ally? Yeah, just a thought. Look at them advancing. Look at the guys fighting at the house. Man, that was a slaughter for that hill, for sure. Look at the fog. Just so gorgeous, guys. I mean, I just can't get over it. The French actually have a decent army here. Now, if they had a general to back it up, that would be perfect. And they are going for one last stand against the French. Determined to once and for all take this field or die trying. I think. I suspect that is the plan. That's the name of the game. And they are going to use the house as kind of an anchor point in fighting two places at once. The rest of this army, that's about it. Now, if the Portuguese hadn't advanced over here and they had maybe gone here, they could have destroyed Suchet and Soult. Instead, man, these guys are still holding. And actually, breaking some more of the French. My goodness. What happened to all Soult's units? Where did they all go? I think they went over here. Because the Spanish are holding this LOC. And they have some more over here. Oh my goodness. So the French aren't decisively winning yet. They probably will win this battle. They just got to pull their infantry over here. But they actually don't have a whole lot here. They have some grenadiers, some really good units of grenadiers. Over here, I think the Portuguese are going to start losing just because they're going up against light infantry with artillery support. And if they had just gone with their ally, they probably could have won this. Instead, they're probably going to die on Sebastiani's guns. This is going to hurt. Oh, we got a bayonet charge, maybe? I'm not sure what Portugal is doing, but they're going to lose there. So I'm going to focus on this side where Spain is doing their utmost, doing their darndest to take on the French remainder of the forces. In fact, Spain could probably get their units out and march over here. Is there still artillery? Oh, the Portuguese still have an artillery piece. Wow. So what they're doing, I think... Yeah, they have artillery still. They are going to keep using the artillery. France needs to be very, very careful now. They could end up losing this battle if they're not careful. I mean, the Portuguese are losing over here, which is going to cause Spain to build, or France to build advance. And they are winning somewhat over here. But Spain is kind of doing an extra job of holding. Their artillery... Okay, where's this cav? Oh, this cav is going for some more line infantry. France is gotta be very careful here. There's artillery point blank in their face. As you can see, taking out more and more units, it's gonna cause these guys to break. They are wavering already, and that's gonna cause these guys to start wavering. They're gonna get all concerned because the unit is breaking. Spain is kind of being really smart about this. They're sitting by the guns. The other side is circling and going for a small French force here. In fact, they may be doing a bayonet charge here. Yep, they're going for a bayonet charge, guys. Bayonet charge, folks. Oh my goodness. It's all or nothing for... Oh my gosh. The close-up fire is just broken those Spanish units. Over here, Spain is going to try to pour some volleys in. It's going to cause the Voltigeurs to break. They do have artillery piece right here, which Spain's going for. This Spanish units can be really used over here. Over here, artillery from, I believe, Portugal and Spain are firing on this mass over here. Going to really start hurting France. France needs to make a decision. If they hesitate, they could lose the battle. Here we go. We got some units doing a bayonet charge. This is the guard for Spain, so this could be really promising. But they are probably tired. They're both very tired. Who is going to take this? Reinforcements are showing up. Spain's definitely going to take this little melee. Where are they charging? But here comes France now to reinforce that part of their army. And here comes the rest of Spain. Spain. They are going to come to the relief, and hopefully they're not going to be defeated piecemeal. Now Spain is going to reform, maybe, hopefully. The rest of the Spanish army, if they can sandwich this French force, oh my goodness, this could be huge for them. They could win this. Now, of course, Sebastani is going to march to the relief of Soult and Souchet. Come on. Come on. I'm kind of rooting for the Spanish right now, to be honest. I mean, they both sides, France and Spain, have both done an excellent job of fighting, and as well as Portugal. I'm not forgetting you, I promise. But I've never seen Spain win. Although, no way, I have seen them win once, but there was UK involved, so. We have some units. Oh, we got some cav. Those dragoons are probably going to deal with this artillery piece. Spain needs to form square. Please tell me they're going to form square. Now, France is starting to break the Spanish over here. They're going to have to worry about, well, wherever that Spanish force is. Please tell me you guys are going to form square. No? Well, that's a pity. That is a pity. Now, France still has some cav. That is going to be huge. Oh, this artillery really can help even the odds. Guys, this is too close to call yet. If France plays their cards right, though, it will be very easy to win this. Now, can these guys form square? That is the question. I think not. Beautiful, though. I love it with the sun shining. The sun is shining down. So France is going to fall back. Spain does have the units over here, so they can hit them from two sides at once with the artillery adding in. They can do something. Now, of course, Sebastani, if they advance quickly, they can also sandwich the army. Too close. This is too close. I think France can definitely take this, though. But they have to. But Spain has to stop and start pulling in some volleys, and Soult has to be very careful not to get outnumbered. Here we go. This is it. This is all in for France. They have to do this, and Spain needs to hurry with their infantry if they want to win this. It's all or nothing. These Voltigeurs, super healthy, super helpful if they can help win this battle. I mean, that's a lot of good shots they can do. We have some cav as well, looks like. That's going to cause some hurt. And here we go. It's a mass break because of a Dragoon charge by France. No, it's just a mass break. That is unfortunate. I was loving to see the last stand. Now here comes some more fresh units. Oh, these are really good units. So, you know, it's not over yet. Probably over, but not over yet. They just have to keep up the fire. These Voltigeurs have excellent range, excellent accuracy. If they can just keep up the fire, it is going to be as good as sealed for them. I mean, these guys look kind of cool. They're not even that, you know. Oh, they're not even firing anymore. I like how their feathers disappear. It's like flashing. They're like, we're here, we're here, we're here. It looks like Spain is going to fall back to... Man, they're not forming square. Oh, they did form square. And that's going to hurt this cav a lot. Now, this battle, granted, is basically over. But they did rout some cav. So, you know, take that win. So all that's left really is this last Spanish defense over here on this side. So I'm going to fast forward here. There's only 13 minutes left. By LOC, the Spanish are going to lose. I mean, they only have this one LOC, if I'm not mistaken. And that's... Oh, gosh, what did I do? Oh, no, they're shooting this thing to pieces. Wow. The horrors of war. Buildings destroyed, men slaughtered. You know, what can you say?
Our men are running, sir.
Smoke's just adding to the whole battle. I mean, look at this haze. You see the fire burning. I'm not sure what Spain is going to do here, but like I said, I'll fast forward a little bit. I mean, at this point, it's not going to be a whole lot of prettiness. They're just going to advance. Spain's going to have to defend a desperate stand, to be sure. They'd rather burn to death than surrender.
Our men are running, sir.
Could you imagine? The house is burning, but you don't even want to, you know, surrender yet. You're just like, yeah, whatever. I'll die in the burning building. It's better than surrendering to the French. And actually, the French are not winning this house battle so far. I mean, we got some decent units of Spanish. Gosh, I keep wanting to say Spain and Spanish at the same time. I got some guard units from Spain here who are going to definitely do an excellent job. Oh, that is cool. If you say this is not cool, then, well, I don't know what is. Smoke hiding the fire. So this Spanish infantry is holding this house against multiple assaults by the French. And they don't have a whole lot left, actually. I am going to... This is going to be crazy if they hold this house. If the Spanish hold this house, which so far they are doing, I am going to be so shocked. Okay. That is very loud. I think they finally taken the house.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
But what a stand for that house. What a stand. And here are the rest of the Spanish troops. They are going up against, my goodness, this battle just keeps dragging. There's 8 minutes left in it. Spain's last desperate stand or desperate push is going to be with these 5 units of cavalry. And I do believe they are going to attack the house themselves. They're going to take it right back. There's a general right here. Soult himself is guiding this defense now. Where is he? I think that's him right there, I believe. But they are attacking the house now in their own turn. This general Soult needs to throw himself into it, although this infantry seems to be doing a decent job of holding now. These are grenadiers after all, so I think the Spanish are going to throw themselves 2 pieces here, unfortunately. They're going to throw themselves into the house and die there. As now Soult is going to help out his men. Never one to sit back, I think. Oh, he is going to run. And I apologize if this is too much close up for you guys. I mean, not a whole lot's going on with the battle, so yeah, no. Gotta find a thumbnail somehow. I'm just kidding. This is going to be interesting. These grenadiers are going to have to hold until the reinforcements get here, which they are right there, so they can do it. They can do it. I mean, these are grenadiers going up against grenadiers. And it is over. Well played by each side. My goodness, that was very close battle. Very close. Very awesome. I love when the fights rage around something until the bitter end. So I'm just going to fast forward here as they're going to break, and this battle should be over unless there is someone sitting in... there is. Someone sitting in an LOC, so there's 4 minutes left. I think they're just going to wait it out. So I'm just going to skip to the very end, guys. Alright, guys, that is the battle. This one, I believe, was sent in by... gosh, it was one of these guys. I can't remember now. But well played. Loved it. Man, I love these close battles. You can see the losses and kills were almost dead even in some areas. So, except for this player, my goodness. I'm assuming is that Soult? I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And look forward to doing more of them. So keep yourself posted. I'm going to keep doing these for as long as I can, which probably will be forever. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.